We are getting ready to take a group photo. So if you will bring up your cameras, I'm going to send you a message at this time, and that message should say, we want to take a picture, and you say allow or don't allow. That's beautiful. Okay, it looks like we have everybody. Still got a few coming through. We've got some cameras off, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and download this. All right, so I have shared that picture with you all. Okay, we're back. All right, so let's get into a little bit of creating. I'm going to turn my camera on here. Turn off this video here. I appreciate you ladies bearing with me. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Can everyone hear me okay? All right. Okay, I'm going to get into sharing my screen really quickly. All right. Can everyone see me and my screen at the same time? Okay, so what we're going to do is, as far as designing a poster and or flyer, I am going to teach you all how to first choose a template, because that's the easiest and fastest way to get up and going. So if you're already familiar with this, then just bear with us. And what I would like for each of you to do is pick your own template, so that when we share our designs, everybody has their own unique design. So my idea for creating a looking for a template is I'm going to create a poster inviting people or advertising my family reunion. So kind of think of something that you want to invite people to or advertise. And so like that could be concerning your chapter event, like, you know, a sip and sip or whatever you want to do, or, you know, inviting people to luncheon or whatever, up to your chapter, your province meeting. So, but for these, for my purposes here, I am going to create a poster from a template. So I've already kind of put in the search bar here. So just to kind of give you navigation, if you've never been in Canva before, across the top, you have your search. Let me get out of this view because this is distracting me. Across the top, you have your search bar. And in the search bar, I'm going to go ahead and just say I want to search for a blue ocean because I want to go somewhere, my family reunion, I want us to go somewhere and relax. So just type in the search bar up top, which is in the middle of your Canva homepage. This will be your background, right? So we're going to start with the background. And you're going to hit enter, and you're going to have probably 20,000, like I have 20,000 templates to choose from, which can be a little overwhelming. The good thing about Canva, you can choose you can filter, right? So you can say, okay, I want Canva template. I want to create filters. Right here next to Canva templates is the word filter. So you can click on that and you can pick, out of the styles, you can change the theme. You can just kind of minimize what you're looking for. So we want to go from 20,000 to more like, I don't know, maybe 600, and then that'll be better. So let's choose, we're going to start with the social media, Instagram post. A lot of people like to invite people via Instagram. So we're going to say, okay, we want Instagram. We're going to go to marketing and we're going to choose, we want to do a flyer. I do find it better though, as far as when you get down to the bottom here, let's see, so that's 2009. No, that's just way too much. So let's go simple. I am a simple person. I like color.
Silhouette Pam. Silhouette Pam, this is Silhouette Monica.
Let's see. Posters. Let's do a poster.
Silhouette Hamilton.
Because
Silhouette Pam.
that's just team too much.
Pam.
All right, so we're going to apply these filters here and see if so now we're at 18. That's still too much. All right, so what I'm going to do for the sake of time is I'm just going to pick something so that we can get going. I kind of like this right here. It'll pop up, your template will pop up and it'll tell you all about it. And you can customize this template. So we're just going to click customize this template. All right. It already has the background here for you. You can change your writing. So it's your font is Martel regular. It's now at 77.2 as far as the size is concerned, which is good. Okay. And I'm wondering if you can't hear, hold on one second. All right, so I understand you guys can't see my screen. I did not know that. Silhouette Sheena, if there's any of comments concerning not being able to see, please let me know in the chat, if that's in the chat, okay? So I'm gonna change my, sharing, and technically my time is up and I really need to move on with the agenda and let a real pro in like Dr. Cummings-Crusoe, and we'll deal with this later, hopefully on down in the agenda portion of it. One second. Is that better? Silhouette Sheena, is that better?
No, ma'am, that.
Can everybody see that?
We can see your screen,
I'm
but
a little weird, huh?
you're in the screen.
No, okay. All right. We're gonna move on to Silhouette Monica. I'm not gonna waste any more time with this. All right. Okay, we're gonna move on. Silhouette Monica, please take over at this time.
And good evening, everyone. If you can hear me and see me, please shake your heads. All right, all right. How is everyone's day today? I know it was a little
believe
somber.
you're muted. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Everyone else can hear me. All right, that's great. And you can see me. Yes, thank you, thank you. It's so good to see some of my silhouettes from the Northeastern Province. I want to do a shout out just for some of us. I see Silhouette Rachel, Silhouette Sharon Bryant, Silhouette Turnip Seed. Those are people from my chapter. And so I'm just going to recognize those who I see on my screen. I see some of you from, let me see, is there people here from the Southeastern Province? Anybody? Yes, yes. We've been praying for you all, Silhouette Janice Coates Hardy, with all the storms that have been going on. We've been praying for you. Our chapter has been lifting you all up. I want to get started here, and I'm going to share my screen. If you can see my screen, just let me know by shaking your head yes. Okay, all right. So I'm going to pull you all over to the side. If you are using Canva, you know you may get a lot of ads at the very top, right? And so here are your buttons here to let you know exactly what you want to do. And so for this session, we are going to do a web page, not a web page, but more of a journal page for those of us who are going to be doing what we need to do for most of the journals that have to go out. So you could either click on create a design, or you can click on your buttons here. I like to use create a design. And it goes straight to the flyer portrait. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm going to get a clean page. Should I do that again? Or does everyone have a clean page? Everyone has a clean page. Your desktop should look just like mine. You may have different things over here, but you should have all of your tools on the left-hand side. You should have a clean piece of paper inside. And you should have the title of your new document right up here. So I'm going to go ahead and label mine for tonight. I'm going to write Canva I spelled today. Canva 1. And that's just to let me know that that's the one that I'm going to be doing today. And I'm going to select a border. And the way I go ahead and do that is I go to the Elements tool. And I'm going to put page border in the search. And as you can see, it already came up for me. So I'm going to go ahead and go on and click on that. And you'll see line border, corner border. And if you stretch this out just a little bit, you'll see that there's page number, border rectangle. For tonight, I'm just going to stick with a line border. So when I do that, I'll get down here, you'll see graphics. And I want to see all of them. And I want to see what they look like. That's not exactly what we're looking for, because we're looking for a page border, right? So how do you go back? You go back, notice it said line border here, but we want a page. So make sure you stay with what you want. So we're going to collect and use just this one right here. Simple, nothing major about it. If you notice, it popped right over onto the page. The way to bring the page completely, you have to grab the corners to stretch it out. And when you do it, you'll get the whole page, whole border on the page, just like that. Let me know if you need me to stop. Okay. So now I want to make sure that I make this page representative of who we are. So I'm going to go ahead and notice it says border style. It gives us the color. We get to edit any of the pictures. We get to round the corners. We get to crop. We'll flip pictures. We'll make pictures transparent. We'll animate them and we'll position them on the page. So right now, I want to make sure that the border style, the lines, I want to make sure the weight of the line is straight. And I'm going to change that to red for the silhouette palette. So I'm going to change the color again. I'm going to change it. It's just going to pop over here for me. And maybe I want to go to a deeper color red. You don't think you can see it right now because you need to click off the page. And this is what it looks like when you do. There's the red line. But if I want to get these two red lines in here, I have to use this color. So the solid color. And I'm going to make that red as well. So when I want to do the lines, I want to make sure the outline and then the full in color. These are those right there. So now what I want to do is upload our logo. Because I've already had some of these logos and some of these images already inside of my folder, what I would need to do is go to my uploads, to my folder. I would pick up the image, click on open, and you'll see it load just like that. When I click on it, it'll jump into the page. Now, if you grab the corners, you can shrink it. You can make it as big as you'd like. You could actually flip it if you want by clicking on the flip button. I want to flip it horizontal and change it to go into another direction. If I want to tint it, make it a little lighter, as you can see, I'm making it lighter because if I want to translate it to really a light page, and I want to type some words on top of it, it's best to always make it light. So for now, I'm going to leave it just as it is. I'm going to take it and put it in the corner. If I want to duplicate that and put it down on the bottom, I'm going to click on duplicate, that 2 pages. I'm going to bring it down here. And I don't want the heads going the same way. So I'm going to flip it again.
Silhouette.
And I'm going to, yes.
Just a quick note in the chat, just to
Mhm.
remind you that you're using a border, the difference between the pro and the regular. Some people don't have the pro.
Yes, yes. Okay, let me go back and get a, see, that's what happens when you are using it too much. You forget that you are in the pro line. So let me go here. I'm going to delete this right now. Just took off the border. So here, can do the same thing that we just did. And thank you for that. So this is a way to definitely show you how to use all of the tools now. So now I put this on here and it doesn't seem like I can get this page, this silhouette focus, the reef out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to the back. And when you click on layer, you can send it to the back. Now I'll be able to pick it up. How am I going to make this stretch all the way over to one side or the other? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to duplicate this. We're going to duplicate it again because we want to put it in all four corners. And we're going to duplicate it one more time. What I like about Canva is that you get to manipulate it any way you want. So now I'm going to take this and put it over in this corner. And I want to make sure that you remember how to flip this to the back. You're going to go to layer and you're going to go send back. And that's how you're going to pick this up. So maybe we don't need to have borders on both corners. So I'm going to delete those. I'm going to delete one, right click, and delete again. Remember, if these lines, you want to turn them red, you're going to click on the solid color and change that to red. So I'm going to do that down here to this one as well. I might want to move this up just a little bit to make sure. And I also always want to make sure that everything that I do is symmetrical. So putting it over each other, you'll definitely know if it's symmetrical or not. So there's my simple paste. That's my backdrop. If I want to go and to add pictures, I might have to upload, just like I did with the silhouette wreath. So I'm going to go into what I've uploaded already. And so here is the Northeastern Province last year. Here's our image. And I'm going to make it bigger for you to see right about now. So you can see that there are some kind of shadows in some of the spaces. There might be a bright light over here. There's something in the background. I believe it was I guess the information of where and what that room was. And it's just a little dark. So what I want to do is I want to edit this. And so I'm going to click on edit. And I'm going to go to adjust at the very top. And what I want to do is I want to brighten it just a little bit. But I want to be careful of this light here. Because if I make it too bright, then it's going to wash out these people on this side. So over here, you drop all the way down to brightness. And you'll see how it's getting brighter. If I make it any darker, then you won't be able to see everyone's beautiful faces. So I want to make it just as bright, but I always want to watch where there is too much light because it'll wash these folk over here out. Oops. Now say I want to kind of cut some of this background out. So I'm going to go over to the crop. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to use the edges on the side to bring it down. And I might want to crop the floor a little bit. And what I like about that is once you do it, then you click back out, that's what you'll get. So I lost the top and I lost some of the bottom. As I zoom out, you'll see it's just a little bit more refined. If I change my mind, all I have to do is go over to the undo button, just like we use for any other thing, and I'll undo it. Now, I'm going to, for this particular project, actually see if I can remove some stuff in the background. And now what I have is just that. When you do that, you got to be careful because you might remove people's heads, as you can see, right? So you got to be very careful when you remove things. Technology is not always our friend, right? So I'm going to undo that because I just removed part of someone's head, right? I'm going to undo it. I'm going to put it back. Or maybe I don't want just where it says training for leadership. So I'm still going to go back to edit. And I'm going to go, not remove the background, because that's what this button is for. Background remover. But I may just want to remove that part where it says training for leadership. So I'm going to use the magic eraser. And I'm going to put my cube over here. And I want to make sure that it's big enough to erase this whole piece right here. So I want to make it just a little bit bigger. And as you can see, the circle gets bigger. It'll get as small as you'd like it to, depending on what it is that you're trying to remove. You can always test it out. If you want to do one big stroke, then you make it as big as you need it to be. So I want to make sure that it's one big stroke, and I'm going to stroke right over it. And I'm going to stop there. And then I'm going to come over to erase. And I'm going to give the computer just a little bit of time to do so, and then it's gone. But once I finish with that, I'm going to erase it. And now it just says NRWP. However, if I want to put in that same picture some text, I might want to put in there the Northeastern Province. So let me go back and do that again. Right underneath the elements, I'm going to go to text. And you can always use any font that you want. But then there's some of these recently used for me, some of the things that I've used in the fonts, right? And so since in the picture, the NRWP looks a little similar to this particular font, I'm going to choose that. And when I do, I don't want this one, so I'm going to delete it. I'm going to use the trash can to do it. What I love about Canva, anything that you try to click on, it will give you what it is. It'll tell you what it is. Right? So I'm going to delete that one, but I'm going to use this one, this font. And when you click on it, it'll tell you what the font is right up here. So I'm going to go ahead and write Northeastern Province. And it's so big, I know. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to decrease it. You can just hold it down. You can put it down as far as you want. And remember now, all we're doing is trying to close into that spot right there. So how do I do that? I can make the sizes go in. Let me put that back. And this button here allows you to move things over. Nice and easy. Right? So I want to change this. I want to make sure that it's going to be the same color. So I want to make sure I go back to the colors. And now here's my red. And how I'm putting it in. Right here. And I'm going to adjust it and make it come right on down, right about here. You might not even know the difference. So now, there's that picture. We can definitely change it to make it look nicer or neater. when we look at the page, right? You might want to take that same name and put it out here. That's the way we put in our fonts. We want to make sure that we line it up. And I don't know that this picture is actually in the center of the page. So I'm going to roll over to the position. I'm going to click on it. And over here, it's going to say align to page. If I align it to the top, it'll go to the top. If I align it to the bottom, it'll go to the bottom. If I align it to the middle, it'll go into the middle of the page, but it will not be centered until I click center. So now I've centered the page, and I want to lock some of these things in. So I'm going to hold the shift key on the wreath, on the border, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to group them so that they stay there together. So now if I want to move it anywhere on the page, it's locked in. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to right click on the wreath, hold the shift key down and right click on the border. And even here it says group. Yeah, I want to group it together. If I ungroup it, then it'll be separate. You'll see the two different lines. You'll see the purple line here and the purple line there. So I'm going to group it. Not only am I going to group it, I'm going to lock it in place so that it doesn't move anywhere. Anything I try to do to it, I can't move it. But I can move these because I haven't locked it in place. And until I click the lock in place, it will not stay in place. So I want to lock this in place, and I want to lock that in place. So I'm going to use the lock button on that too. I'm also going to want to lock this in so that it doesn't move on the page. Any questions so far? I'm looking for the team to give me some feedback about any questions that they may see in the chat.
No
Go ahead,
question.
Monica.
Okay. So let me show you something. Maybe I don't like so much just that border. And I want to go over and I want to find a nice piece of a shape of some kind. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Let's do a star. So I'm going to click on the star. And maybe I want to use this star. Put an element on the page. It will jump on the page as big as it wants to be. And I'm going to use the markers to go ahead and make them just a little bit smaller, just to give it a little accent. And remember, we're going to duplicate that. We kind of want to put it and make it symmetrical. Anytime you do anything, you want to try and make it symmetrical because it's easy on the eyes. And I might want to do another one here, but make it a little bit smaller so it looks almost like diamonds dropping down. Right? And I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to put it up here as well. If I wanted to add another picture, I could do that. I could absolutely do that. I would go over to my photos that I've already uploaded, or you might have to upload some more. And I'm going to drop that picture right in here. And remember how we make it smaller? And we may need to do a little bit more to it. This, when you add too many pictures to the page, it gives it a sense of busyness. And so that's not what we want to do. We don't want to make it busy. We want to make it easy on the eyes. So we won't add another picture, especially if what you want to do is make all of your pictures look the same. And what I mean by that, I'm going to show you a photo and a design that I've done already. And some of you may have seen it already.
Silhouette Monica.
Yep.
We have a comment from Sharon, Silhouette Sharon Bryant. She says, we are not able to work along with you. It's hard to watch you and work on a separate device. So she's just watching because it's so interesting.
Okay.
And then we have another comment from Laura Mayo. What is the difference between pro and she says other version, but I'll say free or premium. Referred to in the chat earlier. How do you access what to use? She currently uses PowerPoint and or Word for flyers.
Okay. All right. All right. So it's Sharon, thank you for coming on. I'm sorry that we're doing it at the same time and you're watching. Maybe we could have another session while we are doing it together slowly. Maybe you might need to have those things already uploaded in your spots, in your projects. You might need to have some pictures already uploaded. And so I'm going to show you what mine looks like. You'll definitely see I've got tons of pictures here, tons of projects, because this is the type of stuff that I do on a regular basis. So in order for us to really do this simultaneously, there's some things that you have to have already put together in your drives. So maybe we can offer another session when we can do it simultaneously. The difference between Pro, and let me go to create a brand, and let me just pull up a flyer for you, a blank page. So when we add any element, you will see, I'm going to put in border again. You will see where it says Pro. Anything that says Pro is what you have to pay extra for. Anything that is not Pro is what is free. I hope that was clear. And as you can see, I do have a Pro account, so most of everything for me is free. Well, it's Pro, right? So I wouldn't be able to show you things in my set that aren't Pro, except some little things here.
Silhouette Monica.
Yep.
And you go up to the filters where you have border and click that. And if you scroll down, it says free.
Yeah,
So
maybe I can show you that. See, yeah, I only get one.
oh, really?
Yeah, I only get one.
Okay.
See? Let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. Yeah. I just get the side borders. I don't get the full page borders. And so let me do a full page. Let me do page and see what I get. Yeah. So here's what I like to do with these. I love working with these. Let me get rid of that. When you have a free border, it's easy for you to manipulate it and make it look real snazzy, right? You can make it, pull it out, pull it up, and then you can change those colors right on the top, right? So the yellow line, I'm going to make it white because I'm going to use our colors. kind of dig in, as you can see what I'm doing.
And Silhouettes, if you've missed how to add a border, you just go to your side panel that says Elements and type in Borders in the search box, and it should come up.
Maybe I want it to go on the side. If I do that, I could do the same thing, and I can stretch it out, and now I have it bigger than it was. You can also move it over, move it out. And don't forget, you always want to try and be as symmetrical as you can. But if you have just maybe one picture, these type of borders are really good if you have maybe just one picture. You don't want to overcrowd the page. When we look at fonts, let's talk about fonts. So this is a nice, pretty font. It's so pretty, but it's hard to read on a page, right? You kind of have to train your eyes to really check out the letters, right? So we want to stay away from, when we do any type of journal pages, we want to stay away from fonts that look like this, fonts that look like the word scale in here, sail in here. We want to stay away from that and the word big. We want to stay away from block letters, and then we want to stay from bubble letters like this too. You want your letters to be as clean as like the word exclusive and shipping. Even this fresh is just too busy. Trending is fine, but fresh is too busy. So we're going to ungroup those. We're going to take out fresh because it's too busy. We're going to delete it. We're going to ungroup it again. We're going to take out free because it's too busy. And as you can see what I'm saying, you'll see that it's easier for you to read the words that I'm taking off the page. Completely too busy. Too busy. We want them to be real clean. Too busy. Any of these type of really thick or cursive writings really should not be on pages when you want people to read it quickly. Not that they have to study for a long time to figure out what it's actually saying. So if we wrote President Foster's name, oh yeah, I want to put it in big pretty lights, but I can't read it fast enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it out too. I'm going to stretch out the letters. And I'm going to stretch out the spacing. Maybe I need to stretch it out just a little bit more. I'm going to do it a little bit more. Depending on what you need on that page. And I want to make sure, again, that I position it in the center of the page. Because remember, you have this part of the page is going to be cut off by any printer. If it's a flip book, it's one thing. You can use it and bring it in the middle of the page this way. This line, the purple line going down, will tell you that you are in the middle of the page as it is. So I want to make sure that whatever I put here, I want to make sure, and you'll see, it'll give you the spacing. So it's 0.469. That's the space that you want to make sure each one of your words are. Did I answer those questions, Silhouette Pamela?
I believe so. We do have some other questions, but I was hoping, it's 7:56. Can we give a design challenge, just a simple design challenge to the silhouettes that give them some time to create something
Absolutely.
that you've shown them?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
So
so
I'm going to stop sharing.
well, you could have kept sharing, but
I kept sharing. Okay, I can.
yes, you can keep sharing because you are the keynote presenter this evening. And
Okay.
so silhouettes, if you would take a few minutes and just create a one pager, if you remember how Dr. Cummings-Crusoe told you how to create this one pager, find a border that you like, find some fonts that you are in love with just from the font list, and create a simple journal page for your chapter, for your province, and include pictures. In the email, I ask that you have assets of 1 to 3 pictures. So if did you teach them how to upload the pictures, Silhouette?
I did, but I can do it again.
Okay.
So we can, on your tool set, from design, elements, text, brand, and brand is really just the colors that you use constantly, right? Well, you're going to drop down to upload. And you're going to click on upload. And you're going to look for your own files on your computer. So I have this right here. I'm going to click on the Silhouette Shield. And I'm going to click on open. And you'll see this turn blue. You'll see the line. And then you'll be able to upload it. And so it's asking me, wait a minute, don't you already have that? And I'm going to delete it because I have like 3, 4 of them. So let me see. This is our older logo. I can drop that on if I want to because I've uploaded it. Let me see. I have a lot of Kappa Leaguers on here. We have some graduates. Here's some other Silhouette logos that we're not using anymore, right? But I want to show you how you can also, if you can see, I can move it around all of them and put it in the background. So I don't want to distract you, but make sure that you don't forget to do the removing of the background by going up to the BG background remover.
I don't believe they have that feature, but
Yeah, that's because it's a pro.
yeah.
For those of you who do have the pro. I know there's some pro people on here already. And don't forget, you can always undo it. But this was something I wanted to show you all. There it is. Here is our chapter logo. So let me move this out of the way. Remember, you want to make it smaller or larger. If it's laying over something or you need to bring it in the front, you're going to layer it. You're going to bring it to the front or to the back. And that way you hide everything. And if you can see that this little white piece is sticking out over that red piece, and I wouldn't want that. So I'm going to bring it to the front. And then I may want to make sure that these colors match what's over here. So all I have to do is go look. And if you notice down here, right here, it picked up all the colors that is in that picture already. So I'm going to use them. Just like that. That way the colors stay aligned. You don't have to go looking for a color. It's as soon as you upload that photo, it's going to, or that image is going to pick up the colors that are in that palette.
Someone is also asking if you could review the border portion, like how to put the border there
Yeah.
where you.
This one?
Yes,
Okay.
I
So,
just
all right. So
asking.
let me add a page. We're going to leave that up there. We're going to do it again. We're going to go to elements. And let's pick a different one. I'm going to use this border this time. So you go to page border. You're going to go ahead and click on that. You may want to stretch it out once again, make it really big, make it smaller, depending on what you want to do with that, right? You may want to duplicate it. You may want to turn it around. "90 degrees. Maybe I want to make it this way."
Silhouette, Sharon Bryant is asking, is Pro very expensive? I pay $12.99 a month for
Mm-hmm.
my Pro version. I'm not sure what the other options are. Um, and I'm able to use it extensively.
Yeah.
So
So I just want to show you how to download something like this. And let me go ahead and finish this design. And I'm going to go back to my photos. And let me see if I could find my Kappa League logo.
And Silhouette coming while you doing that,
Mm-hmm.
someone did put in the chat that it's $120 a year, which is roughly $12 a month.
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Silhouette Sheena.
Let me just see if I can find my Kappa League. Go. All right, here they are. So here's my Kappa League colors. Remember, I just put the colors in. And then I want to go ahead and change this border. And when I go to the border, immediately those colors come up. So I'm going to use those Kappa League colors. I'm going to make this one. Going to go ahead and change that. I'm going to change this color here. I'm going to make it that orange. I'm going to go ahead and make it that brown. I'm sorry, that's the brown. The brown is the orange. Whoop. Right. This blue, going to make it brown.
Silhouette Wise is asking, are you able to add words between the lines and the border?
Of course you can. For sure. Oh, I like that. All right. So remember, I'm going to pick this up because it's in the way, right? And I definitely want to know where I want to put those words. So can I put it here? Sure can. Depends on how big I want it. So let's just put, and I'm keeping in what's going on here. Kappa League. 2024. I'm going to stretch that out. So I can grab it. And I'm going to drop it right on the page. Now, this for me doesn't fit well, right? So I might need to bring it in a little bit more and stretch it out a little bit more.
Okay.
And then if I want to go ahead and change the font, I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to come up here into the font. That's what I love about Canva so much, because it'll tell you what you're going to do. And I'm going to choose a different font over here. Remember, and if you can see, all my fonts are really clean. They're not busy. Because once you start using busy fonts like that, that's what it does to the page. So you got to be really intentional. So you want to go ahead and make sure when you click in the fonts, you want to make sure that you're using really clean fonts. Nothing busy. Nothing too busy, right? And then you want to make sure some fonts you can bold, some fonts you can't. This one you will not be able to bold, and it's already telling you. You cannot bold that. But you could definitely change the color, right? And so if I want to change the color, of course, I'm going to try and keep it in the family. I want to make sure that it looks nice, right? When you have dark letters, dark print, you want to always try and use a dark font. So I'm going to definitely keep that on a dark scale. I'm going to use the black, right? And it may be going off the page, but it's up to you to manipulate it. And remember, you always want to look for the caret to move it. Sometimes it's nice not to put it exactly on the word, but right by the word, right by the border. Okay? Because you want everything that on your page to stand out. You want everyone to read it. So for instance, if I could show you a design that was created just the other night, we had our President Foster. Is President Foster on the line with us? The other night we went to the Whitney Museum. The Kappas and the silhouettes went down to the edges of alley. And so you want to make sure that you look at the font. See how clear the font is. You want to make sure that everything is quite aligned and so that you can read it. You don't want it to be busy. And even with this, if this is too heavy, I can always go ahead and lighten it up so that my words stand out. But for me, it wasn't too nice, so I needed to leave it just like that. I wanted to capture the picture in the background. So you always have to be careful of what the image is, because there's a lot of light here, right? And so it gave you a little bit of sparkle around the text and almost highlighted the words in the sky, right? That's what you want to be careful of doing. So what I want to do is show you how to share that with everyone.
Yes.
So over at the very top, right? So this is me. I can add someone there with me, right? And so let me go back to our original designs. Let me go back home. And I'm going to pick up our original design. And then it always tells you who created it. I created it, especially if you're going to send it to someone. You're going to add them to let them look at it if you want to. I could actually add Silhouette Pamela to use this with me. I would put her name in here and her address, and there she is already, right? I could invite her to the team. But if I want to share it with her, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to download. And I want to send it to her. I want to be very careful. I'm sending it as just a picture. So this is for sharing, right? Just want to share it. And then I want to download it. And then down here, you'll see it download real quick. And then it'll pop up over here. Remember, I named it Canva 1. Okay? So for me, if I want to share that with you right now, I'm going to have to go back to my Zoom. And I'm going to click on the file. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that in here because I don't have privilege. Let me see. Yep. Yeah, I don't have privilege to share anything.
In
Okay.
Zoom?
I don't.
Okay, I can make you the host.
I don't know. You can try it and see.
And Silhouette Foster, you are unmuted if you want to say something.
Oh,
No,
let me
I
see.
was
There I
just
am.
wanting to say, Silhouette Monica was calling me and I couldn't say anything, but I'm here.
Okay.
They put
Just
me on
wanted to see.
timeout.
All right, all right. So here I want to add a file. So now I can. I'm going to add a file. I'm going to say to my computer. Everyone can still see my screen? If you can, shake your head. Okay. So I'm going to send this same image. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to open it and I'm going to pop it into the chat right now so you can have it and download it for yourself. Okay. And then I would do the same thing if I wanted to send it to President Foster. All I would have to do is go back to share. Let me get you out of the way. And I wouldn't have to download it again, but I'm going to do it again just so you can see it. And it's going to say, oh, wait, now it's just a ping. So be very careful, right? When you download, is it a ping or is it JPEG? And because they open up differently, so you got to be real careful. Usually, people want pings, but JPEGs run better because they go Mac. They both go Mac and PC. But just be careful. When you want to share it, you want to use a JPEG. Okay? So what I want to show you really quickly, if I have just one more second,
Yeah,
let me
we've
go.
got about 15 minutes, and then I would like to, as many that want to please drop your creations in the chat so that we
Yeah.
can see them. And if you have any final questions, ask them at that time.
Yes. So remember when we were here and I created this image, this page, right? I created this page and I had another page, right? Well, what if I don't want to send both pages and I only want to send one of the pages? So when I go to share and I go to download, it's going to ask me here if I want to send all of the pages or not. And I can click on whichever page I want to send, whichever page I want to download. So understand, if you click on download, you're going to get both pages. It won't be a separate file. It'll be both pages. So when you go to open it, it'll be 2 pages. But if you want to send just one page, you have to make sure that you unclick all of them and click the one that you want. And then that one will download. But if you notice, the first word I wrote on the page was President Foster, so it will save as President Foster. So if I go and I look for it, it's going to save as President Foster. And it's telling me, yeah, Canva wants me to go ahead and download it and do some prints and whatnot. I don't need to do all that because I have my own stuff at home. I'm going to open that. I can't open it. And so that's why you have to be very careful because pings don't open for everybody. JPEGs do. All righty.
Looks
I
like
am looking for some people to show me what they got.
we've got about 2 in the chat right now.
What? Let me see. Let me see. Woo!
I'm going to ask them to unmute themselves so they can talk about it and their experience tonight and if they have any questions. So, do you want,
Woo! That is one of my chapters. I'm so excited.
do
Let
you
me see.
want,
Can you see that?
can you,
Am I stopped? Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Let me stop sharing so I can pull it up.
yeah,
Let me see.
see, we have a break.
Did it pop up?
You're sharing, but it's, there we go.
Okay. I don't know if it's going to stay there. So I'm going to, let me see.
Silhouette Pam and Silhouette Common, we also have a hand raised. Silhouette Johnson has her hand up.
All right. Let me see if I can download that. So let me stop sharing and then I know that was Hartford. So I'm super excited about that. Let me see if I can get that posted on the screen for you all and download it. See a couple of them.
Why are you doing that, Silhouette Common? Do we want to take Silhouette Johnson's question?
Absolutely, for sure.
She has her hand up. Silhouette Johnson, you want to unmute her? Silhouette Hammond?
Okay, she should be able to unmute herself now.
Greetings, my beautiful silhouettes. President Monica, Silhouette President Monica, greetings.
Thank you. How are you?
I am wonderful, thank you. Quick
Good.
question. Initially when you were doing, when you first when you first were working on the page with the stars and
Mm-hmm.
the symmetrical and, trying to get it right, could you have just worked on the symmetrics of just one set of stars, then copied it, pasted it to where you wanted it to go, then flipped it and still gotten the same results?
You could have. You probably could have. Sometimes if you do stuff like that, it's a little bit easier. But sometimes when you flip it, you may have to layer it maybe once or twice. So you might have to bring it to the front, you might have to bring it to the back because there may be something in that area. So you got to be real careful when you group it together and you want to put it on top of something else. So you could do it that way. You just
Because
have to be mindful that you're going to do it.
just thinking of just making that the reason why I locking it and copying it is to make sure the spacing between the star sizes were exactly the same and the
Yeah.
space distance between it was exactly the same. So that would be like one less thing you would have to worry about.
Yes.
That was my thought process when I
Yes. Yes. Yes.
thank
That's
you.
great. I think I do have some of those pictures up here. Let me see if I can jump in here. Who did this? Can you see that? Who did that? What's this handsome Cameron?
Yes, that's beautiful. That is Silhouette Leona. And Silhouette Leona, if you want to unmute yourself and talk about that in your process. But I want Dr. Cummings, there's a Tanaya, that she was the very first one to,
Yes.
so we don't want to forget about her.
Not at all. I'm gonna Tanaya?
Okay.
Yes. So while Lenora is talking about that, let me pull up the other one. So go ahead.
Yes. Hello, everyone. While you
Yeah.
were in the pro session, I was trying to figure out how to do it outside of the pro. So I just kind of started fiddling around with pictures that I had already. And whenever somebody says be creative, I can do that when it comes to my son. So I was just messing around, and that's what I came up with. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that. All right, let me see if I can stop sharing because I gotta pull up these other ones. And let's see where they are. All right. All right. Let me see if I can go ahead and share this one now.
Wow, some really nice ones.
Just keep moving. I don't know why it's keep. So this one is actually, I think a picture, an image that doesn't stay.
Which one is that one?
Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm trying now to pull it up. The first one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, not gonna stay. All right, let's see if I can do it this way.
Oh, she did it as a PDF.
Yeah, let me see. Here we go.
Nice.
Can you all see this? Look at that. Get this out the way. And get this out the way. All right, can you see that?
Yes.
Yes, very nice. Very, very pretty. I think that's one and done for the journal committee. If you're on the journal committee, that's one and done. I think we're done with that one. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Any comments from Silhouette? Is it Silhouette Tamara?
Yes, you actually said it correctly. Thank
Yes.
you. I just was trying to keep it basic because I was trying to follow the borders, and then I started playing with the borders. So that's how I found that one. And then with the logo, then I was playing with the size, and then I was like, oh, I gotta go find a photo. So that was the photo I could find the quickest. So I
Yes.
put that in there. But when you're in the elements, there's like a ton of stuff. So I
Yes.
just was like, oh, I started playing, and then I lost where you were. So I said,
Yes.
I think I'm gonna just stop here.
Isn't
So
it? It's almost like going shopping,
it
right?
is. It really is. It was a
It's
lot.
almost like going shopping. It's like, oh, this is pretty. Let me try this, right?
Yeah. So thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I think we had maybe one or two more. So let me. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting down to the wire.
Silhouette Pamela. Let me see. I think we had one more that was also an image. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that over. Let's
I'm going to
see.
try to share. Okay, when you're done sharing, I'll try to share.
Okay, let me stop sharing. I did stop sharing.
I'm going to
You
try
can
to
go ahead and share.
this one.
Tanaya's. Yes, Tanaya's is there.
Yes, very simple but and sweet.
Yes.
It says thank you.
You're so welcome. You're welcome tonight. I'm glad you were able to use the page that we created together already. That's great. Look at that. She
Do you have
flipped the
any
heads
questions?
around and she added the little tail to the, oh, look at that. She put it in a circle. Nice. Nice work. Nice work.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. All right. Well, ladies, I hope that you have been inspired to do some of this on your own. I know the holidays are coming up. It's the same simple things. It's nothing big deal. You don't have to run and give your money to CVS and Walmart and Target and all those people. I know you have a printer in your own home with some ink. I'm running out of ink. I got to buy some myself. And we're just going to keep doing what we do to make our money stay in our pockets the best way that we can. Oh, look at this one. Ooh, nice. I see somebody went and took the background out, used the same.
I
President
just want
Foster, look at how they are doing these wreaths. They're putting these wreaths in. They're putting them in. Look at the diamonds. Oh, wow.
Silhouette Foster, I'm going to give you the last word. There's probably some ladies that want to hop off, but I'm going to continue sharing as there are a few more in the chat until I'm done. We'll close out when I'm done sharing. But if you want to say some final words.
I can. First of all, silhouettes, I am so excited to see all the beautiful silhouettes. I was actually on my phone looking and trying to do this Canva on my computer. Then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm done with the phone. I need to see everyone. And I am so happy to see everyone. Everyone look absolutely amazing. But I just want to say thank you so much. We had over, Pam, Silhouette Pam, how many signed up?
Well, we had over 200 sign up, but had some people who couldn't make it tonight. And then some technical difficulties for others. So I believe
Yeah.
up to 76 on the call.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Silhouette, Pam, it was 82 on the call.
Oh, thank you so much, Silhouette Head.
That is awesome that everyone turned, all the ones that was able to stay on is here. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much, Silhouette Pam, when she brought this to me. And she said, hey, what you think, Silhouette Foster? Said, let's run with it. Let's bring some fun and bring some engagement with the silhouettes. It don't always have to be a silhouette business or whatever. Have fun, because I know I am not savvy at all in the Canva, and I am going to practice this weekend, and I'm going to have me some flyers, some cards, some this, some that, and I'm going to show everybody what I'm working with and what I have done. So once again, thank you, Silhouettes. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you have done, everything that you are doing, and everything that you will continue to do. And Silhouette Pam is all yours.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to keep, let's see. Uh-oh,
Ooh,
what happened? Can you
look
guys?
at that.
Oh, yeah, there it is. All right.
Very nice.
Yes.
That's
I
one.
love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, let's see what else we have. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, if I could just say, I see some of these pages that are already done. Please do not get rid of them, because the journal committee is going to be so happy that all of this is already done. Oh my God. Look at this. Wow.
Who did this?
I
Wee.
don't know, but it's somebody having a family reunion.
Oh, yeah, that's some real expertise.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice.
And what I love about this one is you can read every single thing very quickly, right?
Mm.
The name, you might have to squint a little bit because I need glasses, but because it's so far away from me. But it's not with all these fancy letters. You can read it really quick, and that's what you want. You want your flyers to be able to be read quickly.
Mm-hmm.
See how creative.
I'm sorry, that flyer came from Lisa Holmes Langford. She submitted that one into the chat.
Awesome.
Wow. Silhouette, you didn't realize how creative you are.
That's right. I see Sister Silhouette Bonita's in there. I can't wait to see that one up close. This is when you start showing off. That's what I think.
Yeah, I
Wow.
wish I had more time. I would dolly up some more, but I had a few pictures in my photo.
Woo! Done.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's nice.
Wow.
I want to know how you get those pictures to pop like that. That is amazing.
Yeah. Got to bring
But,
them forward. And
but
look at
before,
how they use the gold
I
in the
know that.
background. It's almost like it's a foil, right? So
Yep.
you got to layer it to bring it in and out. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful. So I cannot wait to see all the beautiful Oh, flyers and posters and cards and everything. I cannot wait to see. So don't forget to drop them, send them over to the technology team, Silhouette Pam, and we'll go from there. But before we leave, what I definitely need to acknowledge, I do believe we have our second vice president, Silhouette Juanita Wills, on the call. Is that
Yes.
correct?
She might have dropped off.
Okay. What about Silhouette Sadella Gregory, first vice president?
I did not see her register.
Okay. And I do believe we have our immediate past president, Silhouette Janice Haldine, right?
Oklahoma City in the house. Shout out to the Middle
Hi,
Wisconsin.
everybody.
Sorry. Yes, Janice Aldine.
And I think I have some of the National
Great job.
Executive Board members on here too. Mayberry, Silhouette Mayberry, I think Janice Coates Hardy's, of course, Silhouette Sheena Hicks and Silhouette Pam Hammond. Who else on here? Silhouette Catalan. Silhouette, of course, Monika Cummings-Crusoe and Audrey Bennett. Who else we have on here that's on the National Executive Board?
Let me just say who is special needs, but I'm gonna get it done.
That's Silhouette Bennett.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Silhouette Najula is on here, Norwood. So wow. So we got quite a few people on here. So thank you once again. And I am not going to hold you because Silhouette Pam, this is your show.
We are done, but Silhouettes, we plan to do this again in January. Please, 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 if you have any thoughts or if you even want to present, we need more of this. Just from the feedback that I've been getting in emails, this is very much needed and wanted. So if you're able to present using jot form or anything that will help the National Silhouettes Organization, please, please, please. We're coming up on our province meetings and whatnot, so we need as much help as we can get.
Absolutely.
Those are my final words, and other than thank you, and thank you to all of the presidents and executive board members from every province, from National Silhouettes. Let me turn on my camera. I am so sorry. Oops. Boy. Trying to be high tech over here. So from the National Silhouettes on down. So I just want to say thank you very much. This was love, and I feel it. So God bless each and every one of you. And that's all I have. So
Good night,
Silhouette
everyone.
yes.
Good night, everyone. Take
Good
care and be
night.
safe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Silhouette Monika, so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I have to
Yeah,
do it
this
again.
was absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you and good night. I enjoyed it.
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, Dr. Catalan was on.
Silhouette, Pamela. I was about to say, if you click off Silhouette Bennett, she may not be able to get back in ever. So
What happened?
let her. She'll have to log off herself.
You need me to log her off?
No. I'm saying she's still on. So you may need to
Can
log
I
her
log
off.
off myself?
Yes,
Can I
log
log
off
myself
yourself.
off?
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
Pamela, I'm gonna be calling you. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to make a video about those flyers and cards. That thing was an epic fail tonight, but I'll get it together. I'm gonna get with you, Monica.
We can do it.
I'm normally good with this, but
But it's so many different things going on, you know?
yeah, I was just hoping it ran smooth. That was my main focus tonight. So
Yeah. It did. It ran smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth. This is what we do, right?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
All right, my dear. Have a good evening.
You're logging
And
off.
yeah. I got a training tomorrow. So